The night sky over the South China Sea was a vast, dark canvas. Far below, the sea was a calm, black mirror. A lone Boeing 777 sliced through the air, its lights blinking in the darkness. Suddenly, the aircraft's transponder fell silent. On radar screens, a bright blip vanished. Controllers called out, but there was no reply. The plane simply disappeared from view as if plucked from the air. The disappearance would haunt the world for years to come. The vanishing point was just the beginning. The aircraft was Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370, a state-of-the-art Boeing 777-200ER. On this night, it was flying from Kuala Lumpur to Beijing, a routine journey. But all that technology would soon prove useless. The passengers were a diverse group from many countries. The flight took off just after midnight. The weather was clear. The climb to cruising altitude was smooth. Everything was normal. The cabin crew served drinks. Passengers settled in. The last voice communication came from the cockpit as the plane was about to enter Vietnamese airspace. "Good night, Malaysian 370. The aircraft became invisible to civilian radar. It had become a ghost in the machine. The normality of it all makes what happened next even more terrifying. The pilots, the passengers, the crew, all vanished without a trace. The world would soon be searching for answers. The disappearance was as sudden as it was complete. The technology meant to keep the plane safe had failed to keep it found. The mystery had only just begun. MH370 was now a legend of the skies. The ghost in the machine had taken flight. The moment the transponder went dark was just the beginning. Military radar tracked an unidentified object making a sharp, deliberate turn back to the west. Someone was still flying the plane, following aviation waypoints, skirting airspace, avoiding detection. The plane flew for over an hour after its last communication, crossing the Malay Peninsula and heading out over the Andaman Sea. Its satellite communication system sent out a series of hourly pings. These pings were the faint final whispers of Flight MH370. Analysis of these pings allowed investigators to draw two vast arcs on the world map. The final ping was its last farewell. The world was left with a breadcrumb trail into the void. The search for answers had only just begun. In the hours after MH370 vanished, confusion reigned. Air traffic controllers tried to contact the plane. Only silence answered. At first it seemed a simple communications failure, but as time passed, unease grew. The plane was scheduled to land in Beijing. When it didn't arrive, alarm spread. The world realized a plane with 239 people was missing. The search began, one of the largest and most complex in history. Dozens of countries joined, sending ships and aircraft to scan the seas and skies. The initial search focused on the South China Sea, where the plane was last seen. Crews scoured the water for wreckage, oil slicks, debris, anything. But they found nothing. Days turned into weeks. The search area was vast and unforgiving. The sea was deep, the weather poor. The South China Sea yielded no secrets. It was as if the plane had never been there. The lack of evidence was baffling. A modern airliner does not simply vanish. For the families, the waiting was unbearable. Then the satellite pings came to light, changing everything. The search in the South China Sea was abandoned. Focus shifted to the remote southern Indian Ocean, one of the most isolated places on Earth. The challenge was immense, a needle in a haystack the size of a continent. The silent hunt had begun again in a new, even more difficult location. The world watched, hoping for a breakthrough. The ocean kept its secrets. The searchers pressed on, undeterred. The mystery deepened with every passing day. The hunt for MH370 had entered uncharted waters. The search in the southern Indian Ocean was monumental. The area was immense, the conditions brutal. Powerful winds, massive waves, deep cold water. Search ships and aircraft from around the world converged, armed with advanced technology. Sonar mapped the seabed, underwater vehicles dove into the abyss, hunting for the faintest echo. For a time, hope flickered. A search ship detected underwater pings, consistent with an aircraft's black boxes. The world listened as the news broke. The search narrowed to a small area on the seabed. Underwater vehicles scanned the ocean floor, sending back images of the dark world below. But the images revealed only rocks, sediment, and strange deep-sea creatures. No sign of an aircraft. The pings, once promising, led to nothing. The source was never definitively identified. The battery life of the black boxes expired. The pings stopped. The trail went cold. The flicker of hope was extinguished. The disappointment was immense. The search had come so close only to find another dead end. The ocean had whispered a promise, then fallen silent. The mystery of MH370 deepened. The vastness of the Indian Ocean seemed to mock the searchers' efforts. The world was left with more questions than answers. The whispers on the water faded into silence. For more than a year, the search for MH370 yielded nothing. Then, in July 2015, something washed ashore, a piece of an aircraft wing, a flaperon, found on Réunion Island. It was encrusted with barnacles, evidence of a long journey at sea. Investigators confirmed it was from a Boeing 777, Flight MH370. This was the first physical evidence from the missing plane, a breakthrough. It proved the plane had crashed into the Indian Ocean. The location matched ocean current models, confirming the suspected crash zone. The discovery ended hope of a safe landing, bringing a new wave of grief for families. Over the next years, more debris washed up on distant shores. Mozambique, Tanzania, Mauritius. Each piece was carefully analyzed and confirmed to be from MH370. They told a story of violent impact, confirming the tragic end. But they did not reveal why it happened or where the main wreckage lay. The debris was scattered over a huge area, complicating the search. Oceanographers studied barnacles to trace the debris' origin, but the science was uncertain. The currents of the Indian Ocean are powerful and unpredictable. While the debris confirmed the plane's fate, it did not significantly narrow the search area. The ocean continued to guard the secret of the plane's final resting place. The puzzle remained incomplete. The searchers pressed on, driven by hope and determination. The mystery endured, piece by piece. In the absence of concrete evidence, theories grew, ranging from plausible to extraordinary. One prominent theory focused on the pilots. Could one have deliberately crashed the plane? Investigators examined their lives, searching for motive. The captain's home flight simulator showed a similar route, but there was no suicide note, no history of instability. The theory remains unproven, a terrible accusation against someone who cannot defend themselves. Another theory suggests a catastrophic event on board, a fire perhaps that disabled communications and incapacitated the crew. In this scenario, the plane flew on autopilot until it ran out of fuel. But this doesn't explain the deliberate turnback across the peninsula. Hijacking was also considered. 2 passengers with stolen passports raised alarms, but were later cleared. Some speculated about a cyber hijack, remote control of the plane's systems. Experts say this is highly unlikely. In a mystery this deep, all possibilities are considered. The silence of the plane has given birth to 1,000 questions. Theories multiply in the void left by the missing aircraft. Each theory reflects our struggle to make sense of the inexplicable. the truth remains elusive. The world is left to wonder. The search for answers continues. The silence is deafening. The mystery endures. Beyond conventional explanations, stranger theories emerged. Supernatural, extraterrestrial, bizarre. How can a modern jetliner simply vanish? For some, only the extraordinary can explain it. Alien abduction theories cite the sudden, silent disappearance and lack of wreckage. Unconfirmed UFO sightings and rumors swirl, but there's no credible proof. Others suggest the plane flew into a wormhole, a portal to another dimension. These ideas come from science fiction, but the complete disappearance fuels speculation. Investigators dismiss such theories, grounding the search in facts and data. Yet, the failure to find the plane has created space for wild ideas to flourish. The story of MH370 has become a modern myth, a ghost ship in the sky. The lack of answers has turned it into a blank canvas for our fears and imaginations. The echoes of the unexplained continue to reverberate. The mystery has become legend. The world is left searching for meaning in the silence. Today, more than a decade has passed since flight MH370 disappeared. The official search is suspended. The ocean has reclaimed its solitude, but the mystery lingers, a wound that has not healed. For the families of the 239 on board, the pain is constant. They live in suspended grief, haunted by not knowing. MH370 is a humbling reminder of the limits of our technology. We can track our phones and cars, yet we lost a giant passenger jet. The deep ocean remains more mysterious than the surface of the moon. Will we ever know what happened? Perhaps new technology or sheer chance will one day reveal the wreckage. If the black boxes are found, they may finally tell the story. But it's possible we will never know. The wreckage may lie forever in the abyss. The legacy of MH370 is one of profound mystery. It challenges our sense of security and our belief in a predictable world. The plane flew on, a ghost in the night, across an endless horizon. It left behind a trail of questions that may never be answered. Even in our modern age, the world can still swallow something whole, leaving only silence. The sky is vast, the ocean deep, and some secrets are kept forever. The story of MH370 endures, a haunting reminder of the unknown. The endless horizon remains, waiting for answers.